Hello, welcome back. We are here to see today how to transfer a virtual machine from the workstation environment to an Esxi in version 5.5. And we'll proceed by first installing the vCenter converter standalone, and then I'll show you the steps necessary to do the transfer. I have first to go and to take the program to see where it is. So the converter program is here, so I will start it, launch the installation. Okay, so now we are to the welcome screen, to which we will say okay, we move ahead. We agree to the license agreement. Installation is fine in the default directory, and then we will choose the client server installation. With that we'll be able to do installations or conversions or transfer between the local workstation, I mean the local laptop where the workstation software is installed, and the Esxi server from where I would like to transfer, for example, some VM virtual machine images. Remote access is fine. All the defined ports are just fine at the moment. And now the installation begins. Okay, the converter has been installed. The installation is completed. So we'll let it start now when we click on finish. So the converter is now asking us to connect a host or a name of a converter server. So we are going to say, okay, we connect here to the local server. So we are going now to see the connection between a local machine So the server is 192.168.1.31. This is the Esxi server to which I want these local machines to be transferred. Username will be root. So we'll ignore that certificate warning. And we already see here some of the running machines on the remote server. This is the inventory for the remote Esxi server. So the name local is Debian 5, since it is a Debian 5 version that I'm using here. So I will just say here next. So choosing now the location, the data store on which it will be located, that one is fine. I would have a data store 1 but with less capacity, so I choose that SCSI 2 terabyte one. The virtual machine version, we see it here, it's version 10 because currently I'm still in workstation version 10. So I click next. So some warnings have come up but nothing really serious for the moment. So I say next. It's showing me the details. Like here I have, for example, the physical memory that will be allocated to that VM and all the other elements. For me this is just fine, so we'll say finish. And you see now here that the job is submitted. So we see here that there is a task which is currently running, converting the source, the Debian, to the destination Esxi server. So just a short about why the Debian 5 is still in use in my office. Currently I work on a project where I have to migrate some software which is in an embedded Linux system which is based on a Debian 5, and I have to migrate that software to a Debian 7. So that's the reason why I have a Debian 5 machine, a Debian 5 VM, and that I'm currently transferring it from my laptop and workstation environment to the server environment. So now we see that the transfer is done. It is completed. We see here in the middle the information that says it was completed. So we are going to check that. So for this I'm going to go directly on the Esxi server and to see there what's happening. So I'm here on the server. You see that we have a window environment actually running. So I'm going to reduce this that we can have a look at everything together. And I'm going to start the Debian system, which is the Debian 5 that was just transferred now. Like that we check whether everything was fine, and I mean fine during the transfer. We go to the console to follow what's happening there. Fine, the system seems to be booting up. The Linux system is coming up. The X environment seems also to be starting. We have the Debian welcome screen. Move a bit down. The resolution is a bit higher than the one I'm using currently. So I'm going to enter the username. I would say so far so good. For the moment the Linux system has come up. It's running on the Esxi server that we had defined here. You see the 192.168.1.31. So it's running, so it was really transferred from the workstation to the Esxi server. I think this is it. Like that you have seen how we do the transfer, how this was done. And I will just wish you good luck in the same manipulation and see you soon. And I leave you with some images of the nice surrounding around me, and have a good time. Bye!